What do we have today?
Well, get this. This one's called American Gothic. It's an experimental film,
Okay.
and it just snagged the award for Best Experimental Film at the Austin After Dark Film Festival.
Oh, wow. Okay. And when was that?
That was just on October 24th.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, and actually there's even some buzz about it being considered for a Student Academy Award.
Oh, wow. That's pretty big.
Yeah, so it's kind of it's making waves. So what really seems to be catching everyone's attention with American Gothic is how it kind of messes with your head a little bit.
Okay.
It's not just, telling a story. It's sort of making you think about the nature of storytelling itself and even like what's real and what's not.
Yeah. That meta stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Ah.
So basically the basic synopsis is we have a screenwriter
Okay.
and he's really kind of immersed in this world that he's creating.
Right.
He's writing this story. And his characters, they're twin siblings.
Oh, interesting.
And they return to their childhood home, and there they discover a home movie that totally contradicts their memories.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
It is, right. So then they start to question everything.
Right.
Their past, their identity, even the whole nature of memory itself.
You're like, how do you even know what's real then?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, their creator, the screenwriter,
Okay.
he's kind of freaking out
Yeah, I can see that.
because he's losing control of his own story.
Right.
And he tries to like actually write them out in the story.
Wow.
He's trying to hit the delete key on these characters who are becoming way too real for his comfort.
That is so meta.
Right. It's this really interesting commentary on the creative process itself.
Yeah, and the idea of a character coming to life and the author sort of battling with them, that's been around for ages.
Right.
To have it visually represented like that, that's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And visually, speaking of visually, they're playing with our expectations as viewers as well because they're using this 2.76.1 aspect ratio.
Oh, wow. I don't know if I've seen a movie in that aspect ratio.
It's really unusual for a modern film. It's like those old epic movies, like Lawrence of Arabia or something.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, don't you think it makes a film feel different?
Oh, absolutely.
Just pulls you in.
Right. And it kind of adds to this feeling of grandeur, maybe even a little bit of unease, which works perfectly with the film's themes.
Absolutely.
And then you have, this amazing original score by Atlanta-based singer Olivia Zoe.
I haven't heard of her.
Oh, she's fantastic.
Okay.
And her voice has this kind of haunting, beautiful quality that really just, it sets this unsettling atmosphere that underscores everything that's happening in the film.
Oh, wow. It's like the music is another character.
Yes, exactly. It totally is. And speaking of unsettling, the director's statement really dives into some deep philosophical questions about reality and perception and, what it means to exist.
Oh, that's heavy stuff.
It is.
So how do they approach that?
Well, we're actually following two different timelines in the film.
Okay.
So on the one hand, we have the kids, as they're grappling with these distorted memories. And then on the other hand, we're also seeing their parents who are trying to balance, their creative passions with the realities of family life.
Yeah, right. Like how do you deal with all of that?
Exactly. And that dual timeline setup, it really gets to the heart of this age-old philosophical debate about, free will versus determinism.
Right. Like, are we really in control of our own lives, or are we just, playing out some script that's already been written?
Exactly. And it makes you think, about your own life.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt like you were just kind of reacting to things
Oh, yeah, totally.
instead of making conscious choices?
Especially when it comes to creative stuff. Like, you have this idea,
Right.
but it's almost like it's coming from somewhere else,
Yeah, exactly. It's really interesting. And of course, the judges at Austin After Dark, they were just blown away by it.
Yeah, what'd they say?
They raved about the cinematography, the lighting, the way the actors were able to bring such raw emotion to their roles.
Oh, wow. So it sounds like it's not just like a heady film.
No,
It's also visually appealing and emotionally resonant, too.
Absolutely. And what's even more amazing?
Right.
This whole film was shot in just 4 days.
No way, really?
Yeah. Small crew, really tight schedule.
4 days.
And it was all filmed in this isolated, mountain setting.
Oh, wow. That's really interesting. So you have these themes, of isolation and introspection,
Right.
and then you actually film it
Right.
in an isolated setting.
Yeah, so I mean, it makes you wonder, do you think that setting had an impact on the story itself?
I mean, it must have, right? To be like surrounded by all that wilderness,
Yeah.
cut off from everything. It's like
Yeah.
your internal struggles would just like get amplified, you know?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, all those questions about reality and identity
Mm-hmm.
would just become so much more intense in that kind of environment.
Yeah, it's like the setting becomes its own character.
Right, exactly. Okay, and are you ready for another mind-blowing detail?
Yeah, hit me.
The director was only 17 years old when they made this film.
What? 17?
17 years old.
That's insane.
I know.
I mean, at 17, I was just trying to, figure out how to like drive a car.
I know,
But-
right?
and this person is out here making these super complex films, exploring these deep themes. It's incredible.
It's amazing. Right?
Yeah.
It just goes to show you like the talent and the fresh perspectives that young filmmakers are bringing, to the table these days.
It's really exciting.
It is. So to recap, we have a mind-bending film that explores these profound questions about reality and identity.
Mm-hmm.
It's winning awards.
Yes.
It's made by a 17-year-old director.
Amazing.
What more could you ask for?
It really makes you think,
Yes.
Like if our memories shape our reality, who's to say we aren't all just characters in someone else's story?
Whoa. That's a deep thought.
Right.
That's going to stick with me for a while.
I know, right? It makes you question everything.
It really does. Well, on that note, we definitely want to hear your thoughts. So seek out American Gothic,
Yes.
give it a watch, and let us know what you think. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep.
Love it.
Are you submitting your creative work to film festivals? There are small details that could potentially be the difference between getting selected or rejected on the film festival circuit. Hi, this is Michael Fair, and I've been a film festival director for more than 15 years. I've reviewed thousands of submissions. Would you like me to show you how to present your work in a way that every film festival director loves to see? You wouldn't believe how many submissions have incomplete information that negatively affects your chances of getting selected. Avoid common, costly mistakes that other filmmakers and screenwriters are making every day. Before you spend another dollar on submission fees, you should purchase the Film Festival Submitter's Handbook, now available on Amazon in paperback, ebook, and Kindle formats. Click on the link in the description of this video and order a couple of books today, one for yourself and another for a friend who is ready to start their film festival submissions journey. Thank you.